Welcome to It's All Bullshit, the podcast where a bunch of us nerdy-ass gamers talk about shit we don't understand. I'm your host, Sedge, and I'm joined here by my host, King Kegel, a.k.a. Lightsaber Ninja. Kegel, how are you this week?
I'm pretty good. I'm glad I didn't have to do my own intro.
Well, I mean... yeah, fair enough.
It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure to have to introduce yourself. I'm off on the timing. I know.
I was just about to say that.
And that other voice you heard was our other co-host, Chi.
Meow.
And how are you this week?
Tired as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. You were asleep on my couch for like a half hour.
Really? A half hour?
Yeah, it was a half hour.
Motherfucker.
Do the morning radio sound effect.
Stop hitting the mic.
I really need to do something with these chords. So this week's episode is a very special episode because it is our E3 predictions episode.
It's very special and we have zero enthusiasm.
I
So now a
have
bunch
plenty
of
of
idiots
enthusiasm.
Now it's a group of idiots predicting things they don't understand.
I mean, it's more of us predicting things we hope to see at E3, so... yeah, I guess things we don't understand. No,
Hope to see, are going to see.
hope to see from companies that don't understand the gaming industry anymore.
Fact.
Yeah, fair enough.
But before we get to all that, what's everybody been playing this week?
Ha.
But what
Okay,
kind of answer is that?
Somebody else go first.
Yes, typically
just-
one person would have to speak and then another. That is how communication works.
Don't scare him,
Yeah,
he might run away.
Shit.
Not some timid fucking animal.
You have to be very quiet not to startle him.
Here in its natural habitat. Yeah.
Surrounded by Cheetos and coffee.
That would taste terrible together. Why would you do that to yourself? It's Mountain Dew and Cheetos or nothing.
No. It's Doritos and Arizona tea.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, but if you're already going with Arizona.
Arizona, I haven't had Arizona in a really long time. Not since I used to...
Nothing like homebrewed.
well, no shit. The only thing that's
Better
really...
than-
It's like really cheap juice that's not as terrible for you. That you can just kind of pick up in a can, literally
I
anywhere.
mean, it's still tea, yeah. And it's actually brewed. It's not instant tea, but
Yeah.
it's not good tea either.
I like Pure Leaf. Pure Leaf is good tea.
Pure Leaf is expensive. Just why I only drink yours.
Pure Leaf. Pure Leaf comes close, and the other one that's like it comes close, but nothing beats actually making tea.
Well, yeah,
It's
obviously.
true. And then you get into the realm of tea snobs who only,
Drink the finest leaves
Yeah, the,
from the elven highlands of Middle Earth.
Oh.
Where else are you gonna get your tea leaves, though? You know what I mean?
Fact.
It has to be the high elves, too. You don't want tea leaves from crick elves.
No, we don't want them elves down by the crick. You know, I just started watching that, too. I think I cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started watching that, Not Another D&D, or listening to Not Another D&D
Really?
podcast, yeah.
That's awesome.
So I get that reference.
Yeah, I was just
I
listening to
didn't.
that last night.
I didn't, but I might need to now.
It's good, I like it. It's a different take on a D&D podcast. Instead of them playing as the heroes, they're playing as the cleanup crew.
That sounds amazing,
I
actually.
think the tagline for the campaign is the campaign after the campaign.
After the campaign, yep.
Yeah.
Neato.
Yeah, that's
I'll look
just
that
really
up.
good. It's all my favorite people who got, bigger than college humor.
Oh, is that a college humor
Look.
thing?
No, they've all worked there.
Oh.
Murph and Emily are together. They've done a ton of college humor skits. Now they are on Adam Ruins Everything. Adam Conover came from College Humor and then got a show on True TV from it.
Oh,
Wait,
was Adam
hold- well,
Conover on it?
Wait.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Adam
like,
from
stop
Adam
the
Ruins Everything?
presses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm watching this literally as soon as we stop recording it.
Listening.
Caldwell.
Shush.
Caldwell
I use
does,
my eyes to listen, okay?
Caldwell and Nathan Yaffe, who ends up guesting on like later on, they're both the creators of Drawfee. Like that's where I got that drawing generator and all kind of other shit.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. I love Drawfee.
Everybody on it. Yeah, they're all like friends and connected. Some of my favorite people from the internet.
Ah, so they're the reason we're subjected to this.
And then Jake is from Jake and Amir. Sorry.
Neat. Okay, so yeah, no, it's just a conglomerate of super awesome people. I mean, you already had convinced me. Also, we're plugging a different podcast. We suck at this.
You guys want to talk
yeah.
about some video games?
I
Oh
can
my God,
talk
I've been
about
talking
other
about forever.
podcasts
Wait,
I
listen.
listen to.
No,
I,
we can't do this. We can't.
Why not?
We can't.
Why not? I will plug Sardonicast, goddammit.
Oh, God.
No, it will be here too long.
That's true, with the amount that you listen to. I only listen to
Yeah.
like 4.
Oh, God. I have to get us back on track. Video games. What's everybody been playing, if you've been playing anything?
Who has time for that?
I picked up a mobile real-time strategy game where you fucking terraform planet.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
It is Terra something.
I'm gonna guess it's Terra Genesis?
Terra Genesis.
Terragenis.
Yep.
Hmm. Is that what? Let me look. Keep talking about it. Keep
You
talking
say
about
that, and it literally brings to mind the manga
So, like-
Terraform Mars, and I'm immediately terrified. If anybody gets the reference, they'll understand why.
Why?
Just Google image search it once. That's all.
It sounds frightening.
Indeed.
Okay.
Like Two Girls, One Cup must be like one of those illusions.
Oh,
and then
God.
you search that.
Lol.
Like I feel like it's setting me up somehow.
Oh, dear God, no.
Anyway,
No.
No, it's a sci-fi manga. Basically, cockroaches develop into superhumans. It's
Oh.
terrifying.
I don't think I want to live on the planet where that exists with me.
That's
no.
here. That's why they had to go to Mars and terraform it. Terraform Mars.
Fair point. I would also go to terraform Mars if cockroaches evolved into super soldiers.
I would take cockroaches, even though we can't nuke them, which is probably for the best. I would take cockroaches over like spider super soldiers, scorpion super soldiers, snake super soldiers, shark super soldiers.
Well, no. See, the thing is, they're not super soldiers. The humans start genetically engineering human super soldiers with different insect DNA to try and combat the mutant cockroaches. It's a
Go on.
weird thing.
Does a chick show up at one point with a spider for an ass?
With what?
That was way too awkward of a silence. Come on, you need to answer.
That is the wrong
question.
manga. Let me tell you.
Not a spider in her ass, a spider for an ass.
That is also the wrong manga.
What are we doing on this game?
But this does exist. Like you're not saying like, hey, that's not a thing.
Of
How
course
dare
it
you soil
exists.
manga's name?
Oh no, those
You're
both
going wrong manga.
both of those are definitely things. I will guarantee you. I have one.
you didn't.
I have the spider ass one collected.
Of course you do.
Arachnea's
Jesus.
waifu.
Oh, God. Alright.
Okay, so
So
this game though,
yes, please talk about your game.
you get to terraform any of the terrestrial planets, from like Mercury to something that's not Mars. I can't remember what the final one is there. You gotta buy the rest of. You can get a whole bunch of other ones, with different atmospheric conditions. They all have realistic atmospheric conditions and shit based on how they are.
Okay.
And so you build up your bases and you build up shit. You can choose to have people just live in bubbles the whole time, or you can try to actually change the planet, which obviously I wanted to do with Mars. And throughout it, you get like these culture points. Once you're no longer a colony and you have 100% independence, that's whenever you finally like win a planet.
Mhm.
So you can make it last however long you want because you put those points into it. But they give you like all these tiny little stories of each city, which was something I was sharing before, and it just I love it. I don't know. I don't often like mobile games. This one's really good. That's what I've been playing this week.
So is it like Interplanetary City?
Pretty much, I guess. It's a little different. Like the setup, it's different, but it's still
different,
the same
but
kind
similar.
Of thing. Yeah. Same thing, but different. But still same.
No,
But better.
We can't do this. Oh, I mean, we can. We definitely can.
We already are.
Would you recommend it? Is my question.
Yes.
We got really serious all of a sudden.
It seems like a really niche crowd. Like you're looking for a real-time strat, world building sim on mobile that deals with outer space, and it doesn't like steer you away whenever you hear like realistic conditions.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
feel like that's a real small crowd.
I'm one of the weird fucks who plays train simulators, so
How many
Okay,
train sims
but, like,
do you have
have
on
you-
your Steam?
Have you
well.
played any? Have you played any like modern big mobile games like Hogwarts Mystery or whatever it's called,
I
or
played
like
Pokemon Go 3.
Pokemon Go?
Oh,
Okay,
three.
Pokemon Go kinder about it at least though.
Mm-hmm.
But they constantly bombard you with video ads, and that fucking Final Fantasy 15 game that came out. They make it look like you build a city.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
All you do is just wait for hours and hang out and chat.
but all those games like that are like that, like Age of Fire or Game of Fire,
Yeah,
and
this one isn't.
Clash of Clans and shit.
Yeah. Like what I like with this one is there are still ads, but you get a tangible in-game reward for them, and they're optional. Like you have to actually speak them out. I didn't want to say that whenever I gave the review, because what if somebody saw that and they were like, "Oh, they don't want to make money." Like, no, it's still very easy to access, like handing them actual cash, but they don't ever bring it up.
I admire that in a game.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because I know that new Harry Potter game just like
It literally strangles you for money.
yeah, you have to watch a kid get strangled until you pay money or wait like 4 hours, I think it is. Fuck that.
That's what I don't like with mobile games. It's like they take something we would normally do and force us to do it, where you pick it out and play it for little chunks, and it's the tiniest fucking chunks if you don't pay fucking money.
Are you still? Are you looking up? Speaking of Steam, the latest Steam controversy.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to find out the name of the developer.
It was a troll.
I'm sure it.
What's the
Well,
latest?
no, they actually so a
I
developer
thought it was
on
confirmed. It wasn't, but okay.
a developer on Steam recently they got their game pulled because their game was called Active Shooter, and it was about exactly what it sounds like, an active shooter in a school.
You could also choose to be the SWAT team.
Let's be honest, who the fuck's gonna choose to be the SWAT team?
Sane people.
Fair.
No, honestly,
Not
I'd
just
probably
sane
I'd
people,
probably
but,
be
like,
the
I don't
shooter
know.
too.
There's a lot of people that would play both.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it working for like a multiplayer Rainbow Six style game, but
I mean, working and still, being
oh no,
morally
no, no!
mindful
I
are
would not
different
ever, I would not ever expect anyone to buy that shit.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking
Then they
hell.
did.
No, they pulled it off before it even came out.
I thought there were people pledging for it though.
There were people like, oh, you can't silence the free speech. It's like,
Yeah, it was mostly like the anti-censorship crowd that was just like, we'll buy this
So-
game because
free speech.
on the principle of it. It's like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of cross on it because, like, yeah, free speech, but at the same time, you have to be willing to take some criticism too.
Yeah, freedom
That
of
would be the
speech
whole
is
point of
not freedom to be heard. I think.
I feel no. See, okay, but I feel like that's an expression. Making a game like that, it's just very poor taste. So shame on you.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do it, but don't.
Yeah, well, that was the whole
Like,
thing. It's like, yeah, you can do it, but you shouldn't, especially not right now.
Yeah.
Like we all understand. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that was the biggest Steam controversy that happened recently.
Is it controversy or controversy?
I think it can be
both.
either or.
Cool.
Depends on how you pronounce it.
Cool. We're both wrong.
I
And
think
we're both right.
controversy, but I tried to say controversy because somebody else said it earlier.
Gee, have you been playing anything recently?
Oh, since last week?
Yeah.
No, not
No?
really.
No. I've just been playing... No.
I ain't got no time for none of that. I've just been playing more Dragon's Crown
Alright, fair enough.
and Armello.
Oh, Armello's a good one. I like Armello. I need to play more.
Armello?
Armello is a... Well, I'll let you describe it, since you're the one who got me into it.
I wouldn't know how to describe it.
Alright, well then I'll describe it. It's a board game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically... It's a board game online. You basically pick a champion. I don't know if that's the correct word for it, but that's what we're going to call it.
I think that's what they call it in game.
Oh, well then alright.
You pick a character. They've got, what is it? Four different
stats.
four different races, and their stats are based off of their race or their clan, I should say. And the point of the game is that the king is dying of a magical rot, and
You have to kill him.
You don't have you have to kill him, but
Well, you can either let him die naturally of the rot.
yeah, there's 3 different ways to win. You can be the character with the most prestige in the game when the king dies, and that is assuming that nobody else has tried to kill him or has succeeded in killing him. You can kill him yourself, and there's 2 ways to do that. You can kill him or three ways to kill him. That way, you can kill him in battle,
Which is hard as fuck.
it's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
You can kill him with spirit stones, which you need to collect 4 of them, and they are randomly generated throughout the board over the course of gameplay.
Yeah, that sounds neat.
Or you can beat him at his own game and have more rot than the king, which gives you bonuses at major cost to yourself. So, it's a neat board game. It's a
Yeah, it sounds cool.
tile based.
It's fairly cheap, too. I mean, just for the base game without the DLC. I mean, it does have DLC, but base game is $20. Currently, it's on sale for $10.
Neato.
Until tomorrow. So this won't be relevant when this goes out.
Good job.
Way to go. But yeah, it's a nice game to sit down and just like play for 20-30 minutes after work. It's really chill.
It's a good chill time kill game. Like, you don't want to do anything, you just want to kind of veg out for a bit.
Yeah. Vegging, but still keeping your mind going, basically.
Yeah.
It's a step up from YouTube videos, but not much.
Yeah. I mean, you could be me stressing over getting a singular grenade kill in Battlefield 4.
I still can't even believe it managed to take you that long.
Dude, you think I can believe it?
I mean...
It's a grenade. It explodes. It should kill people very easily, but it didn't.
Yeah, they do
theoretically.
that.
It took you like 40 fucking minutes.
Jesus Christ, yeah. No, so that's what I've been playing. I've been on a super big Battlefield kick lately. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. Probably because...
I hate the naming scheme of Battlefield.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hate that they called the World War One game fucking 1, just Battlefield 1. I hate that. Call it Battlefield 19, whatever the year of World War
1918 or whatever the fuck.
Or
Shouldn't you
1918,
know that?
whatever.
It's, well, that was one
No,
of the...
that makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be 1918, because
It's
that
like
was
a
the...
decade after. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, 1918 was the end of the war.
Okay, I was.
So,
Wouldn't you want to
it's
place
about
it
a
at the start of the
decade
war,
after.
then?
or 1914 then.
Okay.
Um,
Only 4 years.
I think it was 5. So maybe it started in 1913.
History buffs are raging right now.
Yeah, I know they are, which is sad because my inner
I don't know why they would.
my inner
I don't know
history
why
buff
we're
is
so
freaking the fuck out. He's very mad at me right now, and
Yeah. I mean, while you were dealing with your
oh, okay, so it was 1914 to 1918.
while you were
Alright.
dealing with your
Hey.
computer debacle, I'm just like sitting here looking over your bookshelf. I'm like, man, if I just like took a picture of this and put it on the internet, people would make some damning assumptions about you with your Mein Kampf. Like,
Don't have Mein Kampf.
oh no, that's your sister.
I have the Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Thank you very much.
Righto. You also have a book, a very large, thick book with Hitler very boldly on the spine.
I do a lot of research into World War II.
I know
okay.
that one.
I'm aware, but still.
I do
With-
want to say though,
With zero
sort of
context,
related here.
surrounded by manga, paints a damning picture for sure.
Okay. I'll agree with all that.
Fuck me.
Pretty vivid picture even. But I just want to say that history buff Shane is kind of annoying anyway, so it's fine if he's inside raging. He's like the Roth of this little friends group.
Really? He keeps
Yeah.
his mouth shut when certain people post things.
Oh.
Like who? I can't imagine.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, anyway,
This is going so well.
I mean, it's going. This is probably one of our better episodes, I would say. One of, as I say, this is the first one anybody's probably gonna hear.
One of, you say, and I'm like barely conscious right now.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
I drank 2 monsters and an espresso today.
How? Oh, wow, I've had 4 cups of coffee.
Maybe I need more coffee.
It took me way too fucking long to get that achievement in Battlefield 4 today. Like,
I mean,
and you
how
port.
long have you been working at it?
I
Because
mean,
to me, it took you like fucking 20 minutes.
I mean, I've been that mind you, I just started playing BF4 again. And I was never able to get it when I was playing BF4 religiously. So, the fact that I was able to get all the kills that quick makes me very happy. But it did take me 2 matches to do it, which it shouldn't, because the only thing that was
2 matches.
the only thing that was keeping me from getting it was that stupid fidgety bastard grenade kill, which I fixed once I switched to a normal grenade, not an impact grenade. Why I had an impact grenade, I will never know. But
To explode something on impact.
I
You
mean,
could feel like a killer, like MLB star.
just baseball chuck a grenade at somebody and pray for the best. So should we switch over to the main topic?
Sure.
In the most, not normal intro ever.
Really long and boring one about games, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I meant transition, not intro. Either way. So E3 is, well, by the time y'all see this, hopefully if I release it at the right time, it'll be next week.
If Sedge can get his shit together.
So we're going to do some of our predictions for E3. Games that
Yeah.
we'd like to see and games that we know are coming. We're going to talk about it a bit. As
No, we're gonna sing about it.
reputable gaming podcasts do.
Might think about it. Yes. Except
I
we
believe
have
that you can sing about
no
it.
knowledge.
I mean, I have knowledge.
How much knowledge do you have in comparison to somebody who already has like a famous podcast and all
Oh,
that shit?
I mean, fucking nothing.
So
I'm
in
not
comparison,
I'm not a games journalist.
yeah, ours are just fun.
But yeah,
And if they turn out to be right, then worship us. You know what I mean?
It's just.
or
how it
just do
goes.
that anyway. I'm okay with that too.
You can't be Jim.
That's fair. I'll give you
Jim
that.
is already Jim.
Why are you not already on your knees praying? Come on.
So
I mean,
first,
I'm on my
You,
knees, but
listener.
oh boy.
No.
So we know
The
for
listener.
for starters, to kick it off, we know EA is bringing Anthem to their press conference. So we're gonna see some more Anthem again. Hopefully this year without a crappy pre-rendered, pre-voiced gameplay massive air quotes trailer.
quote
What's
unquote.
Anthem? Or Anthem?
Anthem is basically EA's version of Destiny.
See, I was kind of wondering why you brought that on to start off, because I did not remember that was a thing either.
That's why I brought it up.
Oh, because it's that garbage
the-
thing that they pretended was going to be a thing, and then it never was.
Yeah,
a
it's
thing.
BioWare's new game.
And nobody wants it.
Oh, BioWare's. I was gonna ask if that was the I know what you're talking about now. I can't believe
Yeah.
it blankly.
The one with they showed
What
like
was the game ever, the fucking Doom thing?
what?
What?
Do you remember Bungie's first game?
Oh yeah, Marathon.
Marathon. For some reason, I kept thinking Anthem was Marathon.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool if Bungie was gonna release a Marathon remake, but I think that's just Halo.
But I think if anybody could do Destiny, it would be BioWare or fucking whatever their face is. I said BioWare.
Let's be honest, Bungie can't even do Destiny.
Irrational, right? Yeah, there we go.
It-
Yeah, I know.
Is it?
But I said that back then, so I'm saying this now. One day it'll be right.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like saying there'll be a good video game movie.
Oh boy,
Maybe
I hear
some-
Rampage is good.
I bet if
I
they
enjoyed it.
adapted a David Cage game, it would be.
That's just a movie.
Exactly.
It's just the game with the QuickTime events removed.
Exactly. It
And
would
they
be
have
so
to pick a
easy.
story.
It would be like Metroid Other M, where they just like
Oh.
gave you an option to cut out all of the gameplay and watch all the.
God,
Oh my!
Metroid. Why did you have to bring up that? Well, I guess
Because
that,
there's a new Metroid.
yeah, I guess that brings us into the new Metroid that they're.
Finally, not that bullshit multiplayer.
We don't talk
handheld-
about that one.
Yeah, what
No,
even
you
was?
know what?
It wasn't even a Metroid.
Okay,
game.
no. Why?
I will talk about
Why
it.
do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Do you not like Metroid as a series?
No, I like Metroid as a series. I hated Federation Force was an abomination on the series
Why?
Or did you not think so?
because it wasn't a Metroid game.
It was a Metroid game. It was set in the Metroid universe. It didn't. They didn't butcher Samus Aran's story. Her thing still exists. Just
Yeah, no,
because they make
Metroid
another
Other M
game.
did that just fine.
Yeah, exactly. So if anything, Federation Force expanding the universe and making sure people still care about Metroid even after that fuck up.
But
It's a good thing.
but
And they put
arguably,
it on 3DS. They didn't even waste anybody's time putting it on a console that they were still pretending to care about.
no. See,
Like,
the
'cause they
prob-
still thought it would.
the problem is they
Ever.
tried to advertise a multiplayer game on the 3DS.
I mean,
Like-
it wouldn't have been the first multiplayer.
No,
on the
but
3DS either.
nobody wanted to play a first-person shooter on the 3DS. I mean,
But
Metroid
doesn't it
Prime,
kind of prove that you can.
not really.
No.
The controls were very bad.
Podcast cat.
Yeah, Podcast Cat wants to say hi.
I don't know, man. I thought it was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, to each is their own, I guess. I did not think it was good.
Sorry we came into this shitting on your opinions, but
And I'm down for Nintendo to spin off their fucking franchises, especially Metroid. Build a whole Metroid universe.
Give me a Legend of Zelda game where we play as Zelda.
oh my
You
god.
figure Nintendo wants to eventually get into movies and film. They're basically pulling a Marvel Disney type thing. So
That-
start your version of Star Wars.
That will end in some form of disaster if they get into film.
There will be
Mario with
boycotts
Mickey.
and riots.
No, it won't. No, it wouldn't, because they'd be like doing Pixar type shit with their characters that everybody would fucking love. Their Big Hero 6 would be their Metroid movie.
I mean, that would be great.
It'd be great if the movies were actually good.
It would be Nintendo making them. Why wouldn't they be?
This is true. They are kind of
The
perfectionists.
worst thing that people could say about them is, it's kind of sexist for how fucking, in the future we are.
What?
But
Why?
Because it'd just be super tropey. Let's put it that way. I want to cover all of them.
I mean, they do have the license for Bayonetta.
This is a fact.
They don't own the IP.
Oh.
They just rented it.
Speaking of which, we'll probably see Bayonetta 3 this
I know.
year.
I am super fucking stoked for that.
Yeah, I'm also super stoked. I'm really hoping we see some gameplay of it, maybe a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't
I think that they'll announce a Bayonetta like trilogy.
Well, I'm assuming so, since 3 is coming out, but they
Yeah.
already have 2 and 1 bundled together, so I don't think the trilogy will come this year.
Oh god, no. That'll be in like.
Oh, that's fair. That's
that'll
fair.
be in
Okay.
like 6 years.
I didn't know
on
that
the
1 and
next
2 were already
console.
on Switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
1 and 2.
1
yeah.
and 2 were on Wii U.
Yeah, and then they ported it to Switch, and I'll be honest, that is one of my favorite ports to Switch. Because I can take...
Yeah, see, I didn't know. Go ahead.
Because I can essentially take Devil May Cry with me wherever I go. Ooh,
That's fair.
I get... That goes into one of my
Okay,
wants for E3. I want to see Devil May
Yeah,
Cry
see-
5.
I know you do. But what if they
Okay,
make
but-
DMC 4?
Do you hate the Heavenly Sword people?
What do you
You mean Team Ninja, the ones who fucked up Dante's look,
Oh,
but made like a decent actual game?
it was so fucking good.
It was a good. I'll give them that. They did the gameplay well, but
His look wasn't that bad. Who gives a shit?
I do.
They made Snake old and tried to kill him off. Then they just started changing up everything about him, and people like Metal Gear games aren't any less for it. They're less for other things.
I mean, personally, like I said, I did not personally like the new Dante, and I didn't like the little dig they did at the fact that he looked different, because you know they did that because of the fan backlash.
You know that they have to. Yeah, it is annoying though.
Yeah, it's just
own it.
it's just own your change and don't acknowledge the other one. I thought the game was weaker for that one scene.
I give you that. Don't give me no winky bullshit.
Yeah. But I do want to see like a core Devil May Cry game because they've said that the reboot's not canon.
Who's making Devil May Cry?
Platinum.
Are you putting the Bayonetta people on it?
Oh, absolutely. Platinum's not going to stop,
Yeah.
not going to give up making a core Devil May Cry game if they have the chance.
It is kind of their main moneymaker, isn't it?
Yeah.
What if they teamed up for a Sonic Generation style Devil May Cry mixture? of
Also,
past
Platinum
on
making
current
anything would be
content?
amazing.
I don't want that.
I'm literally just imagining them like racing on tracks now.
Yeah. Please don't ever compare anything to Sonic.
I understand what you meant though.
Sonic Generations, come on, that one's fun.
I didn't play Sonic Generation. I'm not a big Sonic fan.
The last Sonic game I played was Colors,
That's
and it
okay.
was good-ish.
I've
Sonic
heard,
Generations, like the 2D moments are kind of fun. Not by the time you get Sonic 4, and I know everybody hates Sonic 4, but Sonic 4 was fucking dope. 1 and 2, 2 was even better.
yeah, that's why
But
they remade Sonic 2, essentially, with, what was that one called? Sonic...
4 episode 2.
No. They did that fan game that was basically just remaking 2.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Sonic Fan Remix or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what it was called.
I wouldn't be able to tell you because I do not like Sonic.
Yeah,
sounds weird.
I've never been a fan of
Weird.
Sonic.
Like, I don't really like
Well, with
the
Generation-
story,
Sonic
the
Mania,
lore,
that was it.
and like
Oh,
I just
oh,
can't
oh,
play
the
the
newest
games
one, yeah.
for
Yeah.
the life of me. They're way too fast paced, and I am slow minded.
I think that they handle Sonic the wrong way.
Yeah, Sonic Team has
They
no
don't
idea
know
what
what-
they're doing.
They don't know how to put them into 3D. Either they'd have to slow them down and like give them special powers to do a 3D Mario style game,
Mm-hmm.
or they should just make a Sonic game like a racing game.
I mean,
Didn't they try that with Sonic?
again, Colors wasn't bad. It was 3D.
They tried that with like Sonic Racers or whatever it was, the
Or
snowboarding
no,
game.
It wasn't 3D, was it?
Yeah, it was. It had 3D
Well,
parts to it.
It was.
I'm saying it's like you take
Oh.
like the fucking Burnout developers and
Oh.
you just have to
God.
replace the car with fucking Sonic.
Oh
Mario Kart, but Sonic.
God.
In fact, no, not Mario Kart and Sonic, not Sonic Racing Transformed.
Yeah.
Or
An actual
why I was
Sonic
worried.
game, but it plays exactly like Burnout Paradise.
or Or, hear me out here, let Sonic die and make something else.
Or go fuck yourself and let all fucking submarine simulators die.
I mean,
Nobody cares.
they're basically dead at this point.
They were dead from the get-go.
Oh, they're just because something's barely alive doesn't mean that it's truly dead. Come on. This podcast wouldn't exist otherwise.
I guess.
Because Pedge said we were all half dead earlier.
I'm about
Or
three-quarters.
just not dead.
So, what do you want to see, Kegel?
From who?
E3, just
In general.
yeah,
Speak
in
your
general.
wisdom.
What do you want to see?
Man, what I want to see is like all the fucking games that I missed being announced and an amazing Vita too.
Oh.
They will never announce a Vita 2.
They fucking
I know, but
better.
see what they would do is they would hurry up and make a deal with Nvidia to get their X2 chip. Since Nintendo got the first version, so that they come like almost comparable to PS4. Then they phase out the PS4 and let the Pro replace it as like the base level PS4, so that they can keep the price the same. But the Vita, they fully integrate into it, therefore they don't have to port any games to it. It just plays a downgraded version.
I mean, granted, yeah, because it can already do that.
Yeah. I mean, the Vita
I
was...
do that all the time when I'm like way too lazy to. I shouldn't even say that. When I'm too lazy
like,
to
hey,
sit
we
up
figure
straight,
that it's-
I play PS4 games on my Vita while I'm in bed. It works very well. So yeah, I mean it.
But I mean, like the game would actually be on the Vita. You wouldn't have to stay within your Wi-Fi, or even like be connected to Wi-Fi, because you'd be taking the game with you.
So it would basically be
A Switch.
A Switch, yeah.
It'd be a Switch.
I
But
mean,
the way
it's
that
already proven to be. Oh my god, I am so not here. I'm trying to say words and I can't. Please, Kegel, continue my thought, because I know we have the same.
Huh.
Don't you
I don't know.
fucking yawn.
I don't know. I think that the Vita 2 would have been dope, but as far as like what I actually think's gonna happen, I'm kind of, or at least what's in the realm of possibility. I think that Kojima's Death Stranding will be playable.
Oh god, I hope so. Please just
bet
give
you
us gameplay, something.
I guarantee nobody knows what the fuck the game's about.
No, nobody has it. Fuck, I saw a fan theory that said it was a prequel to Metal Gear.
Dude, I've been following that.
Of course you have. Why am I not shocked?
Not
I think
even
it's the
remotely.
funniest thing I've ever heard, because like there's a lot of really cool ideas that how Kojima acts. This seems like just about right.
Yeah.
But just the entire concept that this could even be Metal Gear without like Konami throwing a fucking fit. They already released Metal Gear Survive just to prove that they still own the IP. Like the idea that this could ever even be a Metal Gear game is just the most laughable premise. So I love watching it. Because they dive deep. Norman Reedus is really the boss. She's in a coma. Oh my god, it's such a crazy theory.
No. The baby is the boss.
No,
That's the boss's
baby
baby.
is her child. Yeah, it's Ocelot.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Ocelot was the boss's kid.
Matt Mikkelsen is the Sorrow, and the worst part about that is he would be perfect casting for the Sorrow
Right?
in a Metal Gear movie. Like,
I just want to know what the fuck that game is. Like, that's all I want
I want
to
to know what the fuck he's talking about. Did you see his shit that he has said about spears and rope?
What?
What?
No.
So like,
Was this a
maybe
tweet?
it was swords, but I swear it was spears. Anyway, it's like this idea that whenever mankind develops tools, they always develop like a weapon first, and then something to help each other up second, right?
Right.
So we started with spears, then eventually we learned how to do rope, and rope allowed us to grow even faster and stronger and everything, because we always collaborate. And that most games are spears, because we spend the whole game fucking shooting each other. And so Death Stranding's multiplayer is going to be like rope. And what the fuck does that even mean?
I
I'm trying to follow the train of thought, but how do you make that gameplay?
I don't know. That's terrifying.
He will show us. He will show us all.
He will show us the way.
I'm going to punch you.
That's fine. I deserve it for that. We'll probably see The Division 2.
You know what would be hilarious is if the
undecided.
entire game was giant and empty, and it was just a complete, like, super expensive ripoff of Journey.
Oh my god.
Like, when you see people, they can just help you up,
I would be
And-
so happy.
but everybody's a naked Norman Reedus with a fucking scar.
I mean, I'm going in expecting absolutely nothing, so
Or no, better yet,
I am
Okay.
excited to find out that I am pleasantly correct in whatever it is.
Oh my god.
it's asynchronous multiplayer. Kind of like what, what's that fucking game that failed was?
Oh,
Not Friday
Evolve.
the 13th, the monster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Evolve.
Evolve.
Friday the 13th
Like Evolve,
actually did it
except-
really well.
One person is Norman Reedus, one person is Guillermo del Toro, one person is Mads Mikkelsen, and then whoever hasn't been revealed yet, they're the other player. And you all have different goals and abilities and
Can
whatnot.
it be Elon
Weird.
Musk?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Elon Musk.
I feel like they could be friends.
It worked. And your entire goal is to get the baby somewhere, but you all have different intentions of where to go with it. Though you face the same struggle.
Alright.
I didn't mean to kill it with
Well,
that.
Sony has confirmed that it'll be at E E3.
Well, of course they have. They
I also
can't
saw that this is
not.
like the fastest the game's ever been in development, and I'm like, nobody needed to write that headline. It's obvious.
Yeah.
The first trailer came out like what, a few months after he left his first company and just started his new business.
Yep. It was pretty fucking awesome.
You ever see Mads Mikkelsen talk about the recording process? He always says the same thing. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what I'm doing, but he's very sure about what I need to do, and he really believes in it. So it's gonna be crazy as fuck.
That sounds like Kojima didn't. Like, I don't fucking know what he's doing, but he's pretty sure
He
about
knows
it.
what he's doing.
Man, this is amazing.
Oh, God. That man is a gift. He's just good in everything he's in.
You know what's even
Yeah.
what's even more great about Mads is the fact that he's got this like crazy like what is it? What's the politically correct term? You know, like Korea, Japan, China. He's got a fucking huge
Asian?
fan base. Yeah, East Asian. He's got a huge fan base there. Like crazy amounts. So my roommate has a doll that was made with the likeness of Mads Mikkelsen. With his permission.
That's awesome.
With his permission. And it is scary accurate and looks it works. And it's not the only one of its kind either.
That's awesome.
And I think the creator of the doll is Chinese, but it's like
I want to know why everybody who makes a film or whatever that they hire Mads Mikkelsen for, why they hate his eyes. They're always making him bleed or have some crazy shit come out of him.
Hey, they didn't in Rogue One, but arguably he was only in Rogue One for what, a total of 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I almost had Doctor Strange, and then I looked and went, "Oh wait, that's right."
No.
yeah,
that was a
no,
real
that was
fucked up no.
all that was happening there.
Oh,
How
what
about Casino Royale?
Yeah, the eye blood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hannibal, he doesn't have any weird shit going on with his eyes, I don't think.
I mean,
Nah, but
it's
them
also
parts they
Hannibal.
covered up in posters. I seem to distinctly remember it. But then again, I could just be projecting because I'm so used to seeing him bleeding from the eyes or some shit.
That is a really terrifying thought that you're used to seeing a man bleeding from the eyes.
Hey, I'm not the one that gave myself that thought. That's just how I always see him.
Okay.
You're not wrong, but it's still kind of horrible.
Kind of?
Only kind of.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 on the horrible scale.
If we're gonna blame anybody, blame all the people making the media.
Fact. I definitely blame the media. What are we talking about? I don't know. I blame the media.
Well, we're
Yeah,
talking
you know
about...
what?
We are talking about the
E3.
media. Motherfuck.
I blame them too.
We're talking about media that is centralized around talking about media.
Well, all right. So back to topic.
Back to E3.
After our 20-minute rant about Mads Mikkelsen,
He deserves it.
so we know for a fact that we're gonna see Smash Brothers. That's not a surprising thing. We'll probably get an official release date at E3.
That'd be nice.
It would be.
Yeah.
I mean, you know we're gonna get it because I know
That'll
it's
probably most definitely be playable.
it is gonna be. They're having a tournament at E3.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna see more from Rage 2. We might see Cyberpunk 2077.
Wait, did you say Rage 2?
Rage
Do
2?
you think they'll
What?
show off this alleged other Pokemon game?
No. We will not see
'Cause
that.
The internet seems real mad that Pokemon Let's Go isn't like the dream Pokemon game.
No, the internet can shove it up their ass.
I think it is the dream Pokemon game. When we all think about it, that's exactly what we all wanted as children. It's
You really cut out. I didn't hear a thing you said.
it's exactly what we all wanted as children. It's getting so close. Like I
Yes.
thought Pokemon Go. No, I got back into Pokemon with what was it? Was it Sun and Moon that started the Pokemon Amy?
Yes.
And it was like, this is so close to what I want out of a Pokemon game. Being able to, like, directly interact with my Pokemon. That is exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Go came out, and it was just like, I can go places with my Pokemon.
Exactly, and you can get
Yeah.
stuff
And
for
now it's-
walking with them.
And now it's both. And it's getting
And-
so scarily close to what everybody is a
And-
child.
Well,
Everybody is
Yeah,
a
we're
child
gonna
of,
be
fan of Pokemon.
they've said that this.
we're gonna be walking around our neighborhoods next wearing augmented reality glasses.
Fuck yeah.
They've
That are
said.
fucking twice as powerful as current phones. I'm sorry, Sid. Go ahead. What'd they say?
Well,
Oh.
they've said that, like, because people have been really pissed off about this game. They've
Yeah.
said that this is more for the people who want that experience. You know, they want the augmented reality experience. They want
Yeah.
to be able to interact directly with their Pokemon.
Which I feel like should be everybody.
Yeah, but
The
there's
the hardcore
wanna-
like by the numbers Pokemon
No,
fans
but
scare the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
but these are the guys who like.
They'll like sweep with Caterpies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they'll min-max everything. They know every stat of every move and every Pokemon,
Yeah.
what
Hey,
everything's,
tonight I'm looking at you.
and what everything is weak and strong to. And these guys are crazy, and that's what the 2019 Pokemon game is going to be focusing on. I do not think we will see that until the next Nintendo Direct.
Oh,
that's fair. Nintendo
believe
plays
that.
by the rules.
yeah. They like to keep their
Yeah. So
I like
they're
to keep
they're
their
going to
cards
be.
by their
We
cards.
might see some more from Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee at E3,
I would like to.
but
The trailer didn't show enough, I don't think. It was too
it
like
showed quite a bit though.
it did, but I felt like it was much more promotional, like getting you hyped rather than like showing as much as that you could do with the game.
Yeah.
It did show a good amount, but
I mean,
I
it
want to see more.
it showed battles and it showed capturing
Look, it
Pokemon in
showed
the
you
wild.
enough that if you're into it, you already know you are, and if you're not, you know that you're not.
That's a good
And
point.
it was a perfect.
Which
It did
I'll
what
be
it
honest,
needed to.
I'm still gonna get it. It still
hell
looks
yeah.
like a fun game to play, and the fact that I can link it up with
I mean,
Pokemon
and the
Go,
fact that, well, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
the fact that I can link it up with Pokemon Go gives me a reason to get back into Pokemon Go.
Well,
Getting
see, for me,
closer and
even if I
closer
don't
Well,
to
because I
playing
keep getting
Pokemon.
cut off. Like my mic keeps cutting out, and I think that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me because I'm watching you like IRL inch closer and closer and closer to the mic.
You can probably hear it in the headphones too.
I can.
Well,
Um,
He doesn't seem to cut off as much as you do.
Fine. Is this what you want? Nobody wants
I mean,
this.
you're not cutting out.
Anyway, were you about to say something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
go
like
for
that
it.
you don't have to have Pokemon Go with that, with Pokemon Let's Go. but you can use it and it'll be helpful. And I like that catching is going to be based on like a throw, even if I'm using a stupid fucking Joy-Con that I couldn't give two shits about. I love that it's going to be based on a throw instead of random chance.
I love the fact that you can play it with one hand.
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'll be honest, it's gimmicky as fuck. I want that Pokeball controller.
I 110% want that.
I
Pokemon
want-
controller. I want to physically throw the ball at the Pokemon. It is mine now. I caught it with my
I
bare
want that
hands.
co-op.
Oh my
Disclaimer,
god,
don't
yes.
physically throw the ball at your TV. You'll break it.
That's what the straps are for.
But, yeah, so...
Everybody
but
who's
imagine in the
played Wii
future-
Bowling knows this.
In the future, we'll have a ball that has an accelerometer and whatnot in it, right?
Mhm.
But when you push the button, it actually grows big and small, and throwing it pulls on the strap, which lets it know that it's been thrown, and that's how it works for augmented reality.
Oh, God. That's... Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
But yeah, so we'll probably see more of that. I'm hoping we're going to see Cyberpunk 2077. I'm very curious to
Yeah.
see what CD Projekt Red is bringing to the table for that, because
I'm
The Witcher is
super-
fantastic.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
The
And I prefer cyberpunk type sci-fi to fantasy.
I mean, have they? I've only ever played the last Witcher, but
They've never dabbled in Cyberpunk before. They've
haven't.
only ever done fantasy,
Okay.
so this is a completely new realm for them.
all right. I'm very curious.
done
I'm
with
hesitant, but I'm very curious.
What has CD Projekt Red done beside Witcher?
I don't think anything. I think they've just done Witcher.
Huh.
Let me look it up. To the Google machine.
But if Cyberpunk 2077 is any...
algorithm. Go ahead.
So
If Cyberpunk 2077 is anything like Witcher, it'll be a fantastic story with some great combat.
Yep. That's why I'm kind of pumped about it.
It'll
Saints
be-
Row 2?
And the idea of an RPG where I get to do sci-fi
That's not right.
upgrade is always the best.
No, because Saints Row 2 was Volition.
I know. It just showed up on Google. Like, that's not right.
Like I said before, in the realm of shit that nobody cares about, we'll probably see Division 2. Whoop-de-fucking do.
They really have only produced Gwent and The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Neato.
So this will be an interesting thing for them. I am hoping that we see
have to-
Skull and Bones.
I know
What's that?
absolutely nothing about that.
Skull and Bones is basically they took the sailing from Black Flag and said, let's make a game out of it.
Oh,
That sounds exactly up your alley.
but that other pirate game got out before them.
Oh, you mean fucking Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't Skull and Bones, is that the Ubisoft game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, then Sea of Thieves got out before them.
Except it's a completely different game because Skull and Bones is like a multiplayer team-based battle game. From what I've
the
seen.
heck did Google
It's
bring
like
you?
Fortnite to PUBG, is it not? That's how it's always seemed to me.
No, that's not how it seemed to me.
Skull and Bones is to PUBG what Fortnite is to Sea of Thieves.
I don't think we need to argue this today.
Well, okay.
I mean, I disagree because I feel like they're trying to do two completely different things. I feel like
Yeah.
Skull and Bones is trying to be a multiplayer battle game, and Sea of Thieves was
And
an
you don't
open
battle
world
or have
RPG.
multiplayer.
No, you
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
but
there's no
it's a
multiplayer.
different style of game.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying, based on the things I've seen, I don't follow these games. I was initially asking, but now I feel like I have to defend myself.
I'm sorry. I
Got me
didn't
back
mean...
into a corner here, man. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. Come out from the corner. Believe in you.
Okay, so who do you think is going to have the best conference overall?
Bethesda.
Sony.
Right. Out of the big three.
Oh, Sony for sure.
Tony.
Unless Microsoft brings Halo 6 to the table,
That will not redeem anything.
it'll redeem something for
Nobody-
me.
For you personally. They have Halo and they have Halo only. They have nothing else that they could bring to the table. Oh, Sunset Overdrive
Alright.
2, maybe? No. Okay, then.
If they announce Sunset
Okay,
Overdrive 2, that'd be awesome.
It would be, but also,
It would be.
I don't care.
Okay, but
I
I
am a
think-
Microsoft hater.
I think
You
that
can
doing
quote me.
Halo 6 would be exactly what people say they want Microsoft to do. And it's what Microsoft always does. And it's why Microsoft constantly fails.
I hear you there. I mean, yeah.
Not saying that they know how to present themselves, but I am a little bit pumped because recently the head of Xbox has been fired. Good.
God.
And but Xbox itself as a division has been brought to the table of like Microsoft companies, right?
Right.
Finally, they're in the room with the rest of Microsoft. And Microsoft has come out and said that they are looking at their Windows platform. That's their platform. So, and you see that they're slowly turning Xbox into like a home. They figured out how to bring back web TV, and they did it with Xbox.
I mean,
And oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Xbox isn't really a game system anymore to me. Xbox is like PlayStation, still a game console. Switch, game console. Xbox, media entertainment center.
You say that as though each company is not doing their own take on the same concept.
Oh, they are.
It was called the Nintendo. It was called the Nintendo Entertainment System from the gate.
Yeah, but
Truth.
but the reason they did
It's
that
the
was
PlayStation 4 home media center.
no, the reason. Okay, first off, I'm gonna school you on some shit right now. I'm gonna learn
Ooh,
you a
alright.
thing.
Oh no.
Professor
Get ready.
Sedge.
The Nintendo Entertainment System was called that because the term game console was tainted by the Atari, and
Not
how
by the Atari,
badly.
by the video game crash in general.
Yeah, so they did that to rebrand. It was
Atari
still a
Jaguar.
game console. I will say,
They more or less as a toy, but it's still an entertainment
you
system.
are going super robot, and I can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying.
You're gonna have to repeat that whole thing?
Oh, okay, how about never mind.
No! Your opinion is important.
I just
we
don't
value
care to
your
say
opinion
anything.
here.
That was more of an in the moment thing. It's fine.
Motherfuck.
Either way, yes, with the exception of the Switch, PS4 and Xbox are going towards the media entertainment system. The difference for me is that PlayStation actually has some decent exclusives to it that make it a gaming console.
PlayStation definitely has exclusives in it, and Microsoft made the issue of they did the same thing that Sony did with the PS3 with their third console. They were like, "We're the best. You guys won't hate a thing that we say." And then they proceeded to shoot themselves in the foot, and Sony quickly took advantage of it.
Oh, I
and everybody got
remember
mad
that.
respect for it.
That was
And
amazing.
since then, Sony's been riding on this high, but they've only really been being reactionary.
This is...
Oh, people don't like the Vita. The Vita's dead. Oh, people only like it for JRPGs. We'll keep it alive just for that. Just barely alive for that little bit of income. Oh, people suddenly like VR. Here's a VR headset. It's okay.
I mean, I feel like
and
the
motion controls.
I feel like the VR
Don't
was
forget
planned
those.
from the beginning,
Don't used to
though.
have. Go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like VR was planned from the beginning.
I mean, not to say that it
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't.
Well, it
Just
was.
because they reused tech in a smart way does not mean that it was planned.
I mean, it was probably planned when they announced the Oculus
And
was
I-
going
go
with
ahead.
Xbox.
Yeah, that's fair. But there's nothing that's even come of that. I think that Oculus is going to Xbox because it goes to Windows.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Vive will be on Xbox as well, if Microsoft does their shit right.
I doubt Vive will. I think Vive is going to stay firmly under Steam's control.
It's
I
it's a
mean,
Valve thing, not a.
Did you say it's a Valve thing, not a Steam thing?
No, his mic died.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that since in order to succeed, it has to 100% be PC compatible for all PCs.
Right.
That it would run on all Windows 10 machines, so it would run on Xbox. Even if their main partnership is with Oculus, why would you turn down that money just because you run your own website? Everybody already loves you more than Microsoft anyway. They're probably using their Xbox to access Steam. You worked out a deal because Steam machines failed. I'll take your silence as a wow, everything he said is so majestic, I have to sit on it, and not a god, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Oh my god, you know it's always the latter.
Damn.
No, I was just like, no, it was honestly pretty much like I was pretty floored there. Like I have no response because that's
Well, that's how the best conversations are had, by
it's a
talking
hot
everybody not to respond.
it's a hot take.
Hot takes. All of E3 is hot takes.
Only hot takes on this channel.
I do want to say that I think that Microsoft is going to try to go back to like catering to Japan again, like how they used to like always try to suck Japan's dick, but it never worked because nobody cared. I think they're going to go back to that a little bit.
They will continue to fail, I believe.
We'll get Blue Dragon 2 or 3 or whatever they'd be on. I think
Oh,
it's only 2.
no. They will license another Tales game.
Oh, God.
That was the worst. My favorite
Kofi.
Tales game is an Xbox 360 exclusive, and it drives me fucking insane.
We'll get Halo Warriors.
That system.
It's a Dynasty Warriors clone starring Master Chief and the other people from Halo 5.
What?
I think I'll stab myself in the eye if they do that.
Oh.
They have to get that. They have to get that sweet market, dude.
What other Microsoft exclusives are there?
There aren't any.
Are you kidding?
There really aren't. Like, there's Sea of Thieves, which unless they do a massive content patch, that game died pretty quick.
Oh no, I just mean like series in general.
I think that Microsoft will kind of branch out, though. Another thing in Game Pass, which is already kind of neat.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say though, Microsoft, I think it might be a necessity for them to branch out at this point.
Well, they've already said that they're not sure if they want to keep doing the game console.
Yeah.
Like, they've already said that. They want to focus on PC.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's another thing though, is originally they were thinking about selling the Xbox brand. Do you remember that?
No.
Vaguely.
Under guy who was president of Xbox One, not really the first, but the guy who was there whenever Xbox One shot itself in the foot at its reveal years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
That magnificent flop.
Microsoft seriously considered selling the Xbox division to Apple.
Oh, God, that would have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One's interface already looks like something puked on the screen.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. It's like they don't know if they want everything to be in the guide button, or if they still want to have a dashboard at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my predictions is we'll see a bunch of new exclusives from Sony. Maybe another Killzone game, maybe another Twisted Metal, if we're lucky.
Oh, you're on Sony now?
I mean, I'm always on Sony.
Always Team Sony.
Yeah.
Vita 2 for life.
Fanboyism is dumb.
It's not even... There's just nothing on the Xbox besides Halo that interests me.
I know, but like you can still like hope for them.
I don't really. I mean...
Competition is good. It
was
pushes Sony to try
You
hard.
know, I was about to say that.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have had the chance to.
Yes. And you get to be the smartest person in the room at all times, right?
At all times. Yeah, that's apparently my goal.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Anyway, I definitely
agrees.
feel like we're going to see some good exclusives coming from Sony. I hope we see some good exclusives coming from Microsoft, but honestly, I don't expect much.
No, I think that they'll show off Spider-Man some more.
I would love to be pleasantly surprised, though, because, I mean...
Yeah, competition is
Market-
good
yeah, market
because
competition is
it
good.
keeps companies on their toes. When competition goes stale, you end up basically what happened between the Xbox 360, the PS3, and then the PS3 and the Xbox One. Sony got complacent with the PS2 because nothing could compete with
Our
them.
consumers would pay $500 for a toaster if it had the PlayStation logo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they got complacent with
They
the PS2,
weren't wrong.
and then when the PS3 came out, they did that shit, releasing the original at $600 because it had a Blu-ray drive, and Xbox was like, "You can pick up our console for $400." So the 360 took over as the powerhouse.
I think this goes back to Kegel's comment that they are reactionary. Because, I mean, it's worked out pretty well for them so far.
Yeah, no, this generation, definitely.
Why wouldn't they be?
That's fair.
I mean, I still remember when they released that video after Xbox said that they weren't, like, they were going to have DRM on all their games, and Sony released that fucking video that was just like... I
lost my fucking mind.
Everybody did. We all fucking shit on Microsoft
I mean,
after
when a
that.
whole company, when your
beautiful about that
competition is
moment?
just, we're not them, and that's all you need to say as a marketing point, that's,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
What was
Terrifying
beautiful,
and beautiful.
watching that underdog of a global multinational corporation conglomerate.
You are such a cynic.
Was the way that they so deftly burned that other multinational corporation.
I mean, that's what Twitter is for these days.
But no, what really was good about that situation was there was actually no confirmation. Somebody said, "Hey, I heard Xbox is going to do this," and so games journalists were like, "Hey, head of Xbox guy, it's introducing Xbox One, and it said all the wrong things. We heard about this," and he's like, "Oh yeah, we've been thinking about that."
Yeah, that guy
they
had no
weren't
idea what he was doing.
No.
Yeah, and they weren't gonna do it. It was something that they thought about. That's not what you say when you unveil a console.
No, they shot themselves in the foot super hardcore. Plus saying that it had to be used with the Kinect was a terrible idea.
Dude, I was
because
just gonna say
nobody
the
liked the
one,
Kinect.
because that one cracked me up so fucking bad. Because they're just
Right.
like, here at Kinect, it has so many cool features that we're not going to talk about right now. But you have to have it plugged in because it's always watching you.
That is the best thing to tell the
paranoid.
world
And that was
public
right
right
after
now.
Snowden.
Exactly.
That was right after Snowden.
Exactly. It's always watching you for your benefit. Like, excuse me, no.
If you try to unplug it, then the system just won't work.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
And then
they just...
stopped selling it within, God, not even within a year, I think.
All right. Yeah. But let's move back to this E3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not E3 5 years ago.
Oh, what's that 5 years ago? Motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. So I think our final point
Our final point.
for the night.
You say a final point, and I have like this literal list of games.
Man, there's so many other companies and shit to talk about, though.
I know.
Like Atari. How Atari's gonna crush it. That's my final point.
I hate you.
Atari making the best system you ever fucking heard of.
I hate you. There's so many sequels, though. There's so many continuations. And, like, it bothers me a bit that, like, that feeling that, like, oh, creativity is dead, you know? But, like, there's so many sequels, remakes, all that shit that I'm super looking forward to. It's kind of a shame. It's like when I went to see Deadpool a couple weeks ago, or whenever the fuck that was, and, like, literally every trailer was a sequel or a remake. That's how I feel about looking up, like, the teased games for the C3. It's just like, I'm so excited to see that. But where is any original content? I think the 2 or 3, maybe, 2-3 games that I'm super excited for that are, like, original, but they're honestly only bordering on original, are, like, Code Vein, which is a Soulsborne. I mean, We Happy Few, which is, like, that's got a whole mess of issues, but I still want to see it anyway. And Bloodstained, which is fucking...
I too am looking forward to procedurally generated BioShock.
I know.
I have procedurally generated BioShock.
Yeah.
I have...
That's fucking dope.
Let's see. I have 71 minutes in it.
All right, when it came out, was that a beta or was that a
It's early access.
early access?
Yeah.
That's so bullshit. I mean, I always loved the look of it, so I am excited to see what happens when they have like a, I don't know, money behind it. But I don't know. And Bloodstained is fucking Castlevania. So it's like even the original games that I'm really looking forward to are like, but I don't know.
Podcast Cat has returned.
What can you do?
My big thing that I'm
Also from software is Shadows Die Twice.
it's just Dark Souls 4.
I don't care. But again, yes, exactly. Everything I'm looking forward to is a sequel or basically the same game.
Isn't Shadows Die Twice the like the code name for it, or is that
That
the
is-
actual name of the type?
No,
game?
that's the code name so far.
Okay, so it might be Bloodborne 2.
Code Vein is the name though.
No, I know
That is
that.
not a
That
code
I
name.
know. I've seen that game. It
Shut up.
looks
What if it's
interesting.
something totally different?
If it is, good for them.
I would
Honestly.
I would be more excited to see something completely different. The same way as I am now super excited about Cyberpunk, where I wasn't before.
My big thing.
What?
Sedge, do not move your chair because I think my phone is underneath it.
My big thing for this E3 is going to be Bethesda's press conference.
Is
Because
what?
I want to know what they're doing with Fallout 76.
I mean, I'm curious, but
I don't want to know.
I'm curious, but I'm not excited.
I mean, I'm not.
Makes sense.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah. That's
If
a
it
good
is
one.
what I've heard it is, fine. I'll play it. I'll play it with my buddies, and we'll have a good time. But it's not a Fallout game.
Yeah.
It's it's Rust
Still a
set in a
Fallout
Fallout
game.
setting.
But I
It's
think
still Fallout.
No,
But
no.
I think Rust in a Fallout setting actually lends itself really well.
No, it
together,
does, and
so-
that I mean that's why
And I
if
feel like that was the logical conclusion for me from
If-
the crafting system of the last game, personally. Or crafting and what was that? The township bullshit.
so anyway, yeah, if Fallout 76 is just Fallout Rust, then I'll be happy. Cuz
It's
I'll
just what?
is just Fallout Rust. I'll be
Mm.
happy cuz I'll have fun with it. The only issue is it's going to last for probably about 2 months and then just sit on my shelf. Because I don't have time to sink into that kind of a game and stay there all the time to prevent people from raiding your shit. That's why I didn't get into Rust.
Yeah.
I feel that. I'm not sure if the player base really
I don't-
overlaps either.
Yeah, no, I
What
don't.
if it's a mixture of like the survival elements of like a survival crafting game like that,
Mm-hmm.
but also the Metal Gear forward operating base mechanic? So you gotta loot other people's vaults.
Well, you're not going to be building a vault. You're getting kicked out of a vault to take back the wasteland. So you're probably going to be building a settlement a la Fallout 4.
Also, that seems strange when Fallout is, most praised for their story structure. And you're gonna develop a game that has probably next to zero story.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
It
That's the
seems
whole
silly.
thing. It might have a lot of story.
It might, but that type of gameplay doesn't always.
No.
I wish, man. If it's what you're thinking it is, then yeah, hell yeah.
Because if it did have a story, then that would be 100% on board.
But I just know it's gonna be shit.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Bethesda don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can we talk about this Atari console?
Oh my
The
god.
VCS,
Oh my god.
and why it's gonna take over the gaming industry?
Sure, go for it.
So it's not much more powerful than the Switch, but as we've seen, mobile chips can be sufficient enough to even run modern games like Doom.
Okay.
And what I think they're gonna do is, you know how Nintendo has their virtual console, and Atari was talking about how you could play classic Atari games on it.
Yeah.
What they didn't count, or what they didn't tell you, was you can play all Atari games on it, and that includes like all the games that they published throughout the late '90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and whatnot.
Huh.
And so it's gonna take over the world because like there's so many games that are involved in that.
I mean,
Such a broad spectrum of games.
it'll have
Look up what Atari fucking published.
No, I know.
But does anybody have any faith in Atari anymore?
Well, I was thinking it would have an
They're
interesting
just gonna
market
port it
share.
over to their stupid Linux console.
It would have an interesting market share outside of the typical gamers realm.
Fair.
'Cause
I
it'd
mean,
be like-
everybody would want it. It would
Yeah.
have access to all those games just because Atari. Like Atari's just like, hey, fuck it, it's ported here. You can play it, whatever. Who cares? Just buy the console. And so it ends up selling for like, well, we should make original games for it, and we should port our other games for it. And it just becomes like this huge thing that everybody wishes they could be.
Where was this optimism earlier in the cast?
Earlier I was being honest.
Wow.
Also, I tried to be optimistic about Microsoft, but you guys just shut me down.
That's because we're not optimistic about Microsoft.
And you have to share our opinions, goddammit. It's the rules.
Exactly.
Only one opinion. One opinion to rule them all.
Yeah. And in the darkness bind them. Anyway.
But, no, so I think that kind of wraps up our E3 predictions.
Does it?
Boo.
What? Why? Why boo? It was fun.
Yeah. You've been going for about an
but
hour
we
and a
could
half.
predict so much more stuff, dude. Sega's gonna release a console called the Sega Omega that's gonna be like a Switch, but as powerful as an Xbox One X.
I hate you.
No, they're not.
And they're gonna
Sega's.
do their own virtual console thing, which is exactly what I said Atari would do, but this time it's all Sega.
Can you just go back to pretending like the Vita 2 is a thing? So I can just, like, live in this happy vacuum world where somebody agrees with me?
The Vita 2 and the Sony Xperia Play 2 are the same device.
Oh, God.
Actually.
Anyway,
Ah, shit.
It's 9:30.
It's 9:30.
so
Whoops.
I think that's where we're going to call it for today.
That's apparently where we're going to
Alright.
call it.
So, thanks for listening,
Called it.
everybody.
Call
Sorry about,
We
I-
don't apologize. Worship your gods.
I apologize. But
That's the
we'll,
god of apology.
we'll see you next week.
Such is the god of apology.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.